Ken, you've been involved with a lot of finals. Is that one of the best starts you've seen by side?
Yeah, it was fairly good, wasn't it? It was boys were just up and about right from the very start, controlled the game early, and were able to play some pretty damaging football. And I think it all come from our intensity. We hunted the ball really hard. We knew we were being challenged in that area against the Tigers last time we played them. And it was one area that we needed to get right, and we did, and then we made the most of it.
How big was it for you, little Jake Mead, sort of setting the tone with that hit early, his running goal? He was incredible.
Yeah, Jake's a little ripper, isn't he? He's just a tiny little fella that just I get scared watching him go at some of the contests, I've got to say, but he doesn't, and that's why he's in our team. He just plays, and he plays for keeps, and he does light us up a little bit. He gets things going a little bit, but he just does his role really well.
But that's just, Hamish Hartley put his body on the line as well in the second term to create that goal. Did you feel the guys were just really fired up and ready to sacrifice themselves today? It
was a significant moment, I thought. I thought Hamish's hit on that contest was just said to me this team was going to win and going to win. I mean, we were in the game, we had the game under control, but it just showed our brutality, I thought, as far as what we're about on the day. And, that's what finals football demands of you, and we have to do it again next week.
Ken, in terms of what you said about the form of this side, does that take it to another level today?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
The form of the side, is that taking it to another level, what you've seen today? Or
I think I said leading into this game, I thought our form was pretty strong. I thought our form going into the game was pretty strong. We'd had some really big challenges against two of the best teams in the competition over the last month, and a side that I really respect on the Gold Coast, and then we did a really big number on Carlton, who the following week put up a draw against it. I thought our form was really strong.
So what makes this team go like that?
I think it's just your willingness to compete and work. We played in Port Adelaide tradition, I thought, today. We played with ferocious attack on the ball and with speed of ball movement after that.
What pleased you most, Ken? Was it the ruthlessness?
Yep. Yeah, I was really proud of the way they defended and worked really hard to win the ball in dispute. I know they can play the outside stuff pretty well, but when we get our inside staff and our defensive mechanisms in place, we're pretty tough to beat.
That 17 minutes, that's as good as you've ever played under in your 2 years here.
Was that the start of the game?
Yeah, the first 17 minutes when you kicked 7 goals without reply.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was brutal. I can't make up another story about it. It was an awesome display by a group of young men who were determined to stick together and play tough footy.
Were you surprised Richmond won the toss and kicked into the wind? I assume you were going the other way.
I will say in the box we weren't sure.
Okay.
When you're on the ground and you're doing the warm-up, either end, Richmond warmed up down this end, we warmed up the other end. It felt like the breeze was affecting both ends, to be fair. And, Travis asked me 2 or 3 times which way we're going to kick. We actually weren't absolutely 100% sure ourselves. But, they're really, they looked bad at the end, but the wind was going. Trent Cotchin didn't do a horrendous mistake or anything. That was just a pretty tough decision to make.
Ken, Damien said the wind is not an issue if you're prepared to put your head over the ball. Is that what in the end defined the two teams? That one was prepared to attack the hard-earned football?
I think both sides had a real crack at it. I think I've said before, we got a couple of really crucial ones that made a significant difference to the attitude of the both teams, I thought. We were really ferocious in 1 or 2 real tough, honest contests, and we got them our way. And as I've said before, you've got to win those ones.
Is there a price with White? You know about that one yet?
Yeah, no, we're not sure. He's at hospital. He's getting checked out. We're very hopeful, and right now, as I sit here, we're very hopeful that the initial thought was he may have broke his jaw, but we're very hopeful right now that it's not a broken jaw. So if we dodge a bullet there, we'll be very, very pleased. And if we don't, we'll bring someone else in to take his spot, and they'll bring the same effort.
Did it happen when he was trying to tackle someone and he just gets caught on the shoulder, is it?
I'm going to be really honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I was surprised when I got the call up the line. I think there was an incident out on the eastern side.
It looks like he's going to tackle and it's just come up against his jaw.
Yeah, as I said, I couldn't tell you how he got the hit. All I got told from the docs is that it looks like Whitey may have broke his jaw. And he wanted to go back on at the time, so we said, oh, no, he looked a little bit unwell, so we took as you should do, you looked after player health first before anything.
In terms of now get a replay of what you did last week, how much better off are you?
I don't know. We're going to find out. It's really hard to know. Freo are an amazing side, and they, I love the way they play. I love the way they're coached. I know we're going to go over there and give a real good account of ourselves, though, and we certainly don't go over there with too many fears. We go over there with a bit of a freedom to go and play the game. There's a big prize on offer, though. It was last time, it's top 4. This time it's the same result, isn't it? It's a top 4 on offer again. You get to play in a prelim final if you win this game.
Last time you went impy with Ballantyne for a reason. Would you do it again?
Not sure yet. I want to relax on today and start to think about what happens next. I will say I was really pleased with our back six today.
Ken, does it help you having played that game so recently over in Perth to know what to expect? Does that help to some degree?
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose it does a little bit, but the next game, I said last week, if we played the Tigers last week, it would be so much different this week. Now, if we played Freo 2 weeks ago, I think the game will be a fair bit different. There'll be different personnel, there'll be different conditions. You know, there's so many things that can be different. You know, the bounce of the ball at some stage might work our way, might go their way. I don't know, but I know the contest will be pretty hot because both teams play that style of footy.
In terms of being different,
you talk about today.
Sorry?
That brutality that you talked about today. Did you feel that was missing last time, or is it a significant improvement?
No, we played a great side last. We played Freo, and they got a run on us. There's no doubt. I mean, they got hold of us for that 30 minutes and made us pay. You know, we fought back hard at the end, but you know, there'll be some questions about whether they let go a little bit like we did in the last quarter today.
what about Hartley?
No, he's fine. Cramp.
Correct.
I was nervous though, I must say. I've seen him pull up like he did, but he's absolutely no problems.
And Ken, you skipper led from the front as usual. 33 touches, 12 clearances, double more than the other player on the ground. How inspirational was he today?
He's a big-time captain. That's what I'd say. He's a big-time captain who plays incredibly good on obviously on game day when it counts for us, but he leads in the right way. You know, he's one of the best captains in the competition. I don't individualise very often, but he's one of the best captains in the competition. Perhaps nearly as good as any of them.
Ken, you know when you said earlier about playing Port Adelaide tradition, did you use that jumper to reinforce that point?
Not one bit. Not one bit. We were really proud to be able to play on the prison bar jumper, though. You know, we respect our history as a football club. We love our history. We're so proud of it. We're one of the great clubs of the competition, and our history says we're one of the great clubs in everything we've been involved in. And so we're really proud to wear it. But we're happy to wear it today. We're looking forward to putting back on our other jumpers next week.
Wouldn't you make a start like that? How did the group handle having to keep at an opposition's throat to make sure the game never opens up again?
Really good learning, I reckon. It's really good learning for a young group that you actually go to work. And we've done that a few times this year. Yeah. We've been able to put sides away big time. You know, and I reckon that's a really positive sign of our season.
Ken, when did you realise you were playing Richmond's in their Clash Guernsey? Were you aware of that? Or?
Well, what?
Richmond's Clash Guernsey that you played against? Did you know that was coming? Or?
I didn't care, seriously. Don't worry me what we played in. You know, they're things I don't have anything to do with. Players have nothing to do with it. We really don't care. We love our club, we love our jumpers, and we're playing whatever we're told to play.
Didn't think it was strange after the week that you've had?
Didn't spend 1 second on it, sorry.
That outside run, how damaging is it?
Very today. I mean, but the connection of the outside run comes. That's the part that we have to get right. As I said to the boys, that'll come off the back, and they know how to play. Everyone that's at this level knows how to play. I think most of the time in that outside stuff, they all know how to play it. It's the inside stuff. It's the inside stuff you've got to be prepared to commit to at the best level. Because the best teams, and we've seen it. We've seen Sydney and Freo, and we've seen Geelong and Hawthorn. We know what the best teams do.
You spoke about Blake. I mean, you work with two of the superstars of the competition, obviously. Adelaide and Selwood. What makes Boak so good?
I know Trav he just wills him. He's like Joel. You know, Joel and him drafted the same year, and I know for a fact that at the time I was at Geelong, we talked about taking Boak at that very draft, and we ended up Port Adelaide took Boak before the Cats, and now I end up coaching Port Adelaide, and I end up coaching Boak. I went to his house and sat at his kitchen table that year of the draft, and I just thought he's a great young player at that stage. He's going to be a great young leader, and he's just like the good ones. The good ones compete. They just know how to keep competing. They don't give up. Gary's the same, Joel's the same, all the blokes that I've been involved with, the elite players, and I've been lucky to be involved with a lot. They just want to be competitors.
You said last weekend that someone will one day do it from outside the top four and you want to have a go. And do you think you made that point even stronger today? Oh, no, we're alive. That's all we said. It's at some stage it may happen. We understand. I'm not foolish. I understand the facts, and the facts that it says it's very, very hard to do. We've got the biggest test going next week, going over Freo. But we're not going to go over there not thinking we can win. There's a big advantage you played them just a week ago that you've taken it for a test run, so to speak, and you've got a lot to learn from it. Not sure I'll tell you at the end of the game next week. I don't know. I hope it is. But I'm sure Ross is probably thinking the same thing. He's probably thinking it's an advantage or it's not an advantage. Be a good game.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.